Alright, people, welcome back to the channel. This is Comic Book Opinion. My name's Elias. I'm gonna make a quick video of the reads that I got this week, the titles that I got, and the stuff that I read. So thanks for listening. I'm gonna get into it. The first thing that I got was called The Surgeon. Now, I think this came out about a month ago, and it finally got in my box. So I don't know how rare this is or how hard it is to get, but I ordered this a while ago, and even when they were scanning the barcode, they had a problem. So this is from Laguna Studios. Again, it's called The Surgeon. It's about this main character. She's like a wanderer, and it has that feel of the wasteland vibe to it. And she's going town to town looking for a job. She's a medical doctor, and she just wants to help get. She wants to get paid, but she wants to also help. They didn't just explain how the world got like this, but each town that she runs across to is having their own kind of complications and problems and all that stuff. So she's trying to do her most to help. So she runs to this one particular town that is waving the medical flag. So she goes in there and helps. She gets really fond of this particular town because they have their resources and their agriculture on point, and they have a lot of people that live in there, but there's a lot of people that are kind of sick. So she ends up helping a lot of people in there, and they throw a party, and she gets drunk and she talks too much and all this other stuff. But she becomes best friends, or she gets acquaintance with a blacksmith that helps her gonna make a weapon because she's carrying around a broken sword. So he promised he's gonna make her a newer sword, but he has to get the resources out of the town, the metal and all that other stuff. So that's when they run into trouble. Very good. The vibe is good, art is good, composition is good, transitions are good. It's pretty good. This whole comic book was like her main character introduction and her development. Not bad. I don't know how rare this is, but if you could get your hands on it, I suggest this is a jewel. All right, so the next thing I got was ArcBound, issue number 4 from Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse Comics makes a lot of good comic books, and this is one of them. I think this is top notch. The art and the writing are very good. These are the creators. The art is always on point, man. This is good. So this is the continuation of the story where these 4 characters, they end up becoming like a motley crew and helping each other fight against the Armada, and the Armada is after them. And what they are trying to do overall is trying to break into this particular vault. And this vault is the size of a moon, and what it carries in is the resources and material and maybe other riches of power and all that stuff that the Armada is trying to keep secret, or trying to keep the hands away from the public and all this other stuff, because they're going around a planet to destroy the resources. So the Motley Crew ends up finding themselves on a particular planet where this has already happened. Very good. And the whole comic book, this one was like a chase scene. Very good. Again, this reads like a TV show or an action movie that you would get into. Composition is good, transitions are good, art and the color are fucking on point, man. Pops. This is very good. Get that if you don't, if you can get your hands on it. The next thing I got was Monthra. Now this was really good. I'm not into the monster thing about Godzillas and all that stuff, and I grabbed this just to grab it. I think this was a very anticipated title this week, and I didn't know what I was gonna expect, but this was very good. The color is really good. The art is good. This is my pick, one of my picks for the cover of the week. Just the composition alone stands out. This is beautiful. So this particular issue has to do with these 2 sisters and the aftermath of what happened between a battle between ant creature or ant monster versus Monthra, and their family gets destroyed, their city gets destroyed, and 15 years have passed, and they run into each other. One of the sisters ran into these fairies that called themselves the priestess, and they don't explain where they came from or not, but they have a power to time travel. So the one sister convinces the other sisters to help to time travel, because when Monthra passes away or dies, she leaves an egg behind and gets reincarnated and helps for the Earth to survive. But this hasn't happened this time in this one particular battle against the ant monster. So they have to go back in time in prehistoric ages to get this egg, and that's the whole premise of the story. Very good introduction. If you're not really into the monster stuff, if you are, let me know what's going on, if this is just a normal thing. But this was good. Again, I think this was one of the anticipated comic books of this week, and I didn't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like a cash grab, but I just the cover alone, I wanted it just for the cover alone. But the story and the premise and everything else was very on point. The only thing that kind of put me off was the foreground and the background. It seemed there was no contrast in between, so you couldn't tell the difference, and it kind of got lost in the pages, in some of the pages. But that's like being nitpicky. It only happened to 1 or 2 pages, but besides that, the whole thing was awesome. Very good title. The other thing that came out that I think this week that was highly anticipated was the Herculoids. It's from Dynamite. I think Dynamite has all the licensings and copyright to all the Saturday morning cartoons, because Dynamite's every title is a Saturday morning cartoon thing. So if you are familiar with this, let me know what's up with this in the comments. I remember as a kid not really, maybe watching a few episodes of this and not really getting into it, or maybe I was, but I don't remember too much. But I just remember this being maybe from the late 70s, early 80s cartoon. And this whole comic book, or this first issue, is an introduction of these main characters. A very good introduction. The premise is good, the art is good, composition is good, transitions are good. It's very good. Fast-paced, quick read, very entertaining. If you're into the Saturday morning cartoons and you know about this title, man, this is up your alley. And it's about them protecting their planet and having these people come in and try to steal their resources. Very good. The next title comic book that I got was Batgirl, issue number 5 from DC. This is really good. The whole premise between her relationship and her mother's relationship is very good. Hit you in the feelings. And her mother is like the Ra's al Ghul of her Batman. Very good. The only thing that I didn't like about the comic book was when they show the action part, or her sneaking around into the underground society and all this other stuff. She's not wearing her mask. She's just like with the costume without her mask, which made no sense to me. I was like, why would you be a superhero character and not have the mask or draw her mask on? And then the other half of the story, it was okay for her to have the mask off because she was talking. It didn't make any sense. But besides that, the overall premise and everything good about this comic book. The art stands out. The composition stands out. Again, this is one of my covers of the week. But very good title. The next thing I will talk about is The Web of Spider-Verse. Now, this was really good. Maybe another anticipated comic book. I thought this was going to be another money grab, but it kind of was, kind of wasn't. But it's good. It has to do with the web of the Spider-Verse, and it has its own consciousness, and the heart of it is the actual heart is talking to you in the narration. And the whole thing about the whole premise about this is that the heart has its own consciousness and has the opposite of its own consciousness, and it's going to go in battle with each other, and it's calling it a game where the heart is gathering a group of spider men or spider characters, 7 to be exact, and is looking for its last member to finish this little team to go up against its own split half consciousness. And the other split half consciousness is going to be the Venomverse, which is going to be issue number 2, which is going to be very interesting. But this was really good, not bad at all. It's short 3 stories, and each one of them is the narration of the consciousness, telling you if the character is going to be complete the team or not. Very good. So it has to do, I'm going to share the other cover. So it's going to do with the Spider-Hulk, Miles Morales, and a vampire Spider-Man, which was each character's introduction to it was very interesting. Very, very good. Not bad. Art gave me that old school vibe mixed in with the new school vibe. Very good. Let me know what y'all think about this. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is Spider-Boy. This is very good. I got the whole run. Issue number 17 came out this week. This has to do with the continuation of him coming back to New York, where Daredevil drops him off back to his mom's and his family and stuff like that. So while he was gone, there's a character called Boy Spider, which is his clone from splicing his DNA when he was kidnapped by a scientist. The scientist used his DNA and spliced a whole bunch of other different characters, and his clone happened to be look just like him, but more crazier, kind of monsterish looking, and transforms into an actual spider, just like the old school Spider-Man stuff. But very good. So he comes back and finds out that his mom, it seems like his mom's replaced him with another kid of him. So he goes and confronts him and all this other stuff, and finds out that it's basically his brother. And the whole family dynamic is hilarious. It's very good, very entertaining. Sometimes it kind of makes you think that it's gonna come across corny, but it doesn't come across corny like in an annoying way. It's very entertaining. Again, composition is good, the art is good, entertaining, good pace to it, easy read. It's just an overall entertaining, I think for all ages title that anybody could get into. So let me know what y'all think about the Spider Boy if y'all reading it. Alright, so that's what I got this week, my reads, and I'm gonna share 2 finds. I went comic book hunting and I found a whole bunch of good stuff, but 2 of them that I want to share with you are, one of them is this one because of the cover. I think it's just so badass. Let me know what y'all think about that one. And the second one I got is this one. Marvel Comics presents Weapon X. The significance of this comic book, let me know. You know what's up. If you know anything about the Weapon X program and Wolverine, I found this for a very good price. Again, another jewel. Alright, people, let me know what's up, what's good, what y'all read this week, and what stuck out in your mind. Alright, have a good one out there. Take it easy.